So John has done campaigns for you.
John has done. There's Raveena. There's
What is John's campaign?
John has done
Many.
campaigns.
Yeah.
The most recent one. So it's not just print
In fact,
campaigns, but
when he applies for a visa, he writes like works for PETA.
he is. By the way, he's now the honorary director of PETA India.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's been associated with us for like 25
Go
years.
Liverpool!
25 years.
Yeah,
So
excellent.
yes, that was like
Also, once again, in both these cases, Raveena, him, and 3 cases, Ada, these are very genuine animal lovers. They are not just doing it for publicity
Yeah,
or
so
for
it's
their
not like
profile, like some
yeah,
people
not
do.
just on camera, but behind the scenes. Like John has been with us to meet a minister.
Right.
Cyrus, if you
Male or female minister?
male minister.
Talk to me about marketing.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
So, back then there used to be like, we used to see elephants used for begging in Bombay. Like, if I don't know if you've seen that. Like,
begging?
yeah.
No,
like,
but I've seen them on the
like
road.
But they were
There's
used for
also-
begging. And
My Aunt Franny was called an elephant. That's a bit rude. And so much she actually begged.
And back, like, I think it was almost 15 or 18 years ago when John came to us, like, when we told him about this. And he has also seen elephants being used for begging. And in fact, he came to us to Mantralaya to meet the forest minister and convince him. And thanks to, his work, like, you don't see elephants in Bombay now. They have been banned within the municipal limits of
Having
Bombay.
said that, how do they survive? Because the second part is also important. It's one thing to ban, like the wet markets you want to ban, but what happens to the animals then?
No, so it's a simple demand and supply
In the
thing.
future,
Yeah.
but what happens to those animals? And what happens to those elephants who are begging, for example?
So they will be taken to sanctuaries or national parks or rehabilitation centers. It's just that, the more you use, like when you talk about the wet markets or slaughterhouses, because there's so much demand for meat. That's why these animals are being
You're
raised.
making me feel horrible. Shahid Kapoor?
Yes. He has also done a campaign with the PETA. And again, he walks the talk. He's vegetarian. He did a campaign.
What was his campaign? Just remind me. I think I've seen it.
I think the slogan was chicks love a vegetarian.
That must have been one of
Baby
us.
chicks. Yeah. So that was the campaign. We did a similar campaign with Kartik Aaryan, and we did one with Alia Bhatt where she urged people to adopt community dogs and cats. And
Give me a list of all these celebrities. I'll be supporting them. I'm a big dog person, a cat person, animal person. So all those who you believe are genuine, I want their names.
Yes.
So we can protect them because I'm actually a gangster. I have a whole criminal syndicate. Before we go to PETA criteria, there was one more name on that list. Jackie. I know.
Jackie Shroff or Jackie?
No, Jackie Fernandez has done quite a bit. I've got a few calls from her management also. They've raised funds, they've had these events, etc.
Yes.
So she seems to be doing a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I think I connected with Jacqueline back when she had just entered, like she had come to Bombay and she was like, I think going to be in her first Bollywood
She's from
film.
Sri Lanka or something,
Sri
right?
Lanka, yeah. And I think back then she was a model and we just connected, like someone introduced me to her because she had seen horses on, like at Marine Drive,
We had them till recently,
So she was like, she called me up and she was like, hey, listen, I saw these injured horses and what can we do? And then we started working together. She did a campaign to draw attention to this very cause, like issue of, horses being used for carriage rides, Victorias. And now thankfully they're banned. You don't have Victoria horses in South Bombay.
And all my life they had, up till a few years back.
So
a lot of tourists would come and, do that.
Yes, now they have, I think, electric
well, now
carriages.
We have Uber and all that. We tell the tourists you can take a cab.
You don't need, but I think there is something with Victoria and
A little bit of Bollywood to blame here. Also, if you grew up in the 60s, 70s and 80s, there's lots of shots of Marine Drive and the Tonga, whatever you want
Tonga
to call
ride,
it. So a lot of people from outside would come and say, we have to do this because it's in your subculture imprint.
And they make it part of, the whole Bombay culture.
Honestly, a tourist is innocent. It just looks like, you do it in New York, for example. They have a horse and buggy ride I think in London as well. So it's not, it appears to be, you don't know what conditions are. You're just here as a tourist and you like horses, you like the thing, you like the city and you get a good look at everything.
But why make an animal do that?
True, but nobody's thinking it, nobody thought it through at that point.
Yeah.